My name is Sophie. I am a fitness coach, a nutrition coach. I work all online now. So I used to work in person. I used to train clients in gyms and like private gyms, group fitness classes. But now I kind of do my own thing. I have my own clients. We text all the time. I have my own app that I give my clients workouts, nutrition programs, and whatnot. My background is in neuroscience, so I went to college, I studied how the brain works, and that kind of led me to where I am today. I also have a background in like physical therapy, so just body movement and overall health, well-being, yes.
How's the brain work?
That's a very deep question.
Oh, okay.
There's no one answer, and that's what I like about it.
Is it complicated?
It's very complicated. Everyone's brain works differently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to start with the general topic of just weight loss. I myself have been on a fitness journey, weight loss, body journey for probably honestly my whole life, but it's been more intentional the past like 7 to 8 years. So growing up as a kid, I was always like super overweight. I was in sports, but I was just like that kid that was just like always overweight, you know? And I come from a family that's also overweight, who doesn't necessarily know, what healthy eating is and how to exercise properly. So I was never raised with that background, that knowledge. So I took it upon myself when I was like 18-ish to make a change. I started working out more, eating healthier, going to the gym, lifting weights, cooking at home a lot more as opposed to eating out. One, I was broke. I was 18. I worked like at Subway and, didn't really make any money. So I had to cook my own food. Yes, what's up?
Drink soda?
I've never really been a soda drinker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You love soda?
Yeah, I was wondering how bad it is.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I've recently actually started drinking some soda, but the diet soda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get there. But so that's a little bit about me. I want to hear about you guys and about what you guys are going through. It could be internally, externally, any, weight loss, weight gain journeys that you've been on, or any like body image, etc. If you guys feel comfortable talking about any of your experiences or anything that you feel like you might be struggling with right now, that you want to make a change, you like want to see something different in the mirror, or you just want to feel healthier, be able to move better, but don't necessarily know what the next steps are to take. Does that make sense? Cool. Does anyone want to throw in so many thoughts? Yes.
Well, I think I might be junior diabetic.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like I can't drink sugar.
Does it make you feel a certain way when you drink sugar?
It makes me feel diabetic.
What does feeling diabetic feel like?
It feels like your back hurts.
Your back hurts. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you ever been diagnosed with diabetes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then there you go. And what have the doctors or whoever diagnosed you, or whatever process you've been through, what recommendations have they given you to make?
They said take it slower with sugar.
With sugar. Absolutely. So I was told that you guys love soda. Yes.
I'll drink soda.
You guys all drink soda.
Who drinks more than 3 sodas a day? Be honest. Yeah.
What is it about soda that you like? Is it the bubbles? You drink diet? Diet soda. Good. That's good. Diet soda is the better option because it does taste good. Yes.
It takes up time.
It takes up time.
It's like smoking.
Okay.
I'm thrilled, but I would definitely take it at least once a day if I had the money. So
Okay.
it's a conditional thing.
Okay. Okay. So it's something to do more than it actually is the taste of it, right? So soda has, not diet soda, regular soda has a lot of calories. So I want to take it back before we kind of get into the soda talk, but basically for overall weight loss, which is what I'm told that is the overall goal here. We all want to lose some weight. We all want to look better, feel better, right? Yes. Yes.
You were so excited earlier.
So overall for weight loss, the key is going to be less calories, more nutrient dense foods. So what that looks like is foods that provide vitamins, minerals that are going to fill you up, that are made from like whole natural things that come from the earth, as opposed to soda, which is like a processed sugar, carbonation, etc. Yeah.
Is fish good for you?
Fish is really, really good for you. So some highly dense, nutritious foods, you have a bunch of categories, but we'll start with protein. Protein is going to be the most important. That's your chicken, your steak, beef, fish. If you're vegetarian, are there any vegetarians or vegan? No? Well, if you are, tofu is another source of protein in there. So you have your animal protein sources. Like I said, chicken, steak, any sort of meat, fish, that's number one priority. Then you have your grains and your carbohydrate sources. So that's your rice, your pasta, beans, bread, vegetables, even fruits fall into that category of carbohydrates. And then you have your fats. So these are the three categories: protein, carbs, and fats. Your fats, you have peanut butter, olive oil, nuts, seeds. What else? Do you guys know any of these? Like any, yeah.
Candy.
No. Well, candy falls into a carbohydrate because it's a sugar. Yes. But candy is not a whole food. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's not really a food.
It's really not a food, if we're being honest. It's kind of just created from sugar and science, right? So all the foods that I'm talking about are foods that are single ingredients. So like you can go to the field and like pick them, like a potato or a green bean or, something like that. But yeah, so that's the nutrient dense food. When we talk about soda fits into this category of its own category. It's a processed food. So basically what I'm trying to get at is, if you want to lose weight, you need to prioritize a few things. One is going to be these whole nutrient dense foods that I had just said. Two is going to be moving more. So I know you guys all just said that drinking soda passes time, right? So something else that you could be doing with the time instead of drinking soda is moving more. So that could be going on a walk. What'd you say? Exercising, right. So it could be as simple as going on a walk. Like I walk probably like 2 to 3 miles a day, and I don't really do anything. I just like walk, So walking, you can do things like moving more like in your living space, like standing up, or, you don't have to do like the typical sit-ups and push-ups and all that like scary stuff, but just being more intentionally active and maybe like walking somewhere, or do you guys have bikes or access to bikes at all?
Some members have bikes, but I don't think. Some people have bikes, but I don't think anymore.
Okay. Well, that's another great option if you do have access to a bike. So we have nutrient dense foods, more movement, and we were gonna come up with we were talking about home workout plans, right? Yeah. Is that?
Yeah, so actually, one of our case managers found a place in Long Beach that you can get a membership, and it's for 7 people, so $100 a month. 7 people, whoever of the 7 can go at any point, and they have. I have to send you the information.
Okay.
They have they have like different equipment they can use, different stuff like that. And so on the other weeks that we don't have access to you like that, they're able to do that. And so I can definitely, I just got
Cool.
this information like when I
Yeah, we could talk about that for sure. Cool. So do you guys, does that like excite you? Like is that something that you guys would want to incorporate? Like going to the gym? Yeah?
Okay.
Cool. Anyone else? Does it scare you? I know you're smiling like, ooh, does it scare you to go to the gym?
No, it's better for me because I have no ACL, so I can go impact stuff.
Perfect. Perfect.
What do you think, Peter?
Swimming.
Swimming is great. Swimming's amazing. I actually forgot about that one, so thank you for reminding me. But yes, swimming is a great low impact movement. Works the whole body. You're not putting weight on your knees, your elbows, your joints. You're just moving in a gravity-free space.
They have an LA Fitness. So the swimming pools have an LA Fitness.
Yeah. There's a LA Fitness nearby, actually. Right? Yeah, there's an LA Fitness. Yeah.
Worry about being burnt because it's a closed facility and yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Awesome. So more movement, nutrient-dense foods, which we were also going to talk about meal plans / food replacement options, correct?
Yeah, more so have whatever it is that their meals are, like whatever, like you guys have a calendar for what your food is, right? So whatever is on there, what options would be better,
Right.
more of, less of, whatever, and the morning care is willing to accommodate.
Cool. So yeah, today I kind of just wanted to give you guys more of like a general overview. And then once we dive further into like what you guys actually do have access to eating and what the options that you can choose from are, then I wanted to give you guys more information about like what options are better to choose. So if you have the option of, let's say, pasta versus sweet potatoes, what do you guys think is the better option to choose?
Sweet potatoes
Right. Why?
is all natural.
Yes. Right? It's just, it comes from
Good too.
the earth. Yeah, sweet potatoes are really, really good. Yes. So we wanted to get into that further. Probably not a today thing, but maybe in the future thing that we could talk about. What else? I know you guys have questions for me. I feel like that could be a great way to lead us into the next topics. So who wants to go first?
You guys all had questions. Alright, we'll start picking. Mary, you had a couple of questions, Mary. What were they?
So I have a question.
Yes.
I've been trying to lose weight for a long time.
You said you have or have I?
Me.
You have, okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to lose weight since 2019.
Okay.
So I became overweight 2017.
I
So I've been trying to drink water, big drinking sodas. So I've been losing weight. Sometimes I lose weight, sometimes I come back.
Mm-hmm.
How is that?
Okay, I actually did want to get into that. So that's a perfect question. So a lot of my clients, the people I work with, they come to me and they say, I want to lose weight. And that's it. I want to lose 30 pounds and I'm going to be happier and that's it. But from my experience, I went into it with the same mentality of I just want to lose weight. I was very overweight and I was like, all I want to do is lose weight. So I lost the weight. I got down to the goal weight that I wanted to be at and I was still not happy. I was like, no, I still feel like I'm overweight. And it was because I was just focused on the number on the scale, right? Like losing and gaining. And I want you to think of it as like a sponge. So you have a sponge and you put it underwater and the sponge fills up with water, right? It becomes heavier. That's like us eating more food, we gain more weight. We just become more dense, we put on more weight. Then when you wring the sponge out, it weighs less, right? So that's like us losing weight, doing cardio and eating less to lose weight. But the sponge is still the same exact sponge. Nothing has changed, right? You look at it and you're like, it looks exactly the same, it just weighs less. That's what weight loss is. So what I preach a lot to my clients is to prioritize building muscle and not just losing weight. And it's technically called a body recomposition, to get into like extra details. But what that basically means is you're focused on burning fat and building muscle as opposed to just losing weight, the number on the scale going up and down. So I was told that you guys, maybe not all of you, but some of you skip meals because you want to lose weight. You want to eat less because you want to lose weight. Is that true? So what that's basically doing is telling your body, we need to hold on to all of the food that we're being fed because we're not getting enough of it. So your body is like, okay, shoot, we're only getting this one meal today, so we need to hold on to all of this stuff that's coming from this meal. That could be like McDonald's, for example, right? Like there's really nothing nutriently good about McDonald's. But since it's the only thing that you're feeding your body has to hold on to it in order to function. Because you need food, you need calories in order for your body to function. So when you're restricting yourself from eating, you're actually forcing your body to hold on to more of the bad foods that you are eating, as opposed to if you're eating, 3 to 4 meals a day, and these are more nutrient dense foods, you can take your body takes the vitamins, the minerals, the good things from the good foods and holds on to them, and then gets rid of the crappy stuff that you don't need, like the McDonald's and the soda and whatnot. Yeah.
It's true, eating more is actually better for you because it boosts your metabolism.
Exactly. So I was going to get to the metabolism. Yes. So that's kind of what I'm explaining here. I just didn't want to throw the metabolism word out because it's a very random word that no one really knows the meaning to. But yes. So basically you're slowing down your metabolism by eating less. So you eat less, your body's like, okay, I need to slow down digestion so that I make sure I have enough energy to keep me throughout my entire day. Whereas if you overload yourself with more food, that's more energy you're giving into your body. Now your metabolism has to work faster, so you digest food faster in order to get rid of it. So that's when you poop, you get rid of the crap that you don't need in your body. So that's how that process works. When it comes to fluctuating up and down with weight loss, a lot of people and a lot of my clients, and I've struggled with it myself too. What I will say, going back to the pillars that I was talking about, eating nutrient-dense foods, making that a priority, and getting your calories from foods as opposed to drinks. So if you're drinking soda, you're getting, to put it into perspective, let's say you should be eating 2,000 calories a day, and you're eating 3 sodas a day. That's a quarter of your day's worth of calories from soda, which isn't giving you anything good, right? So if you replaced that quarter of your day's worth of calories from soda with food, you would probably be so much more full, and you'd be eating less food. But does that math make sense? Does it? Okay.
Is anyone confused?
Yeah, is anyone confused? Because I know it makes sense in my head, but I'm I don't know if it makes sense to you guys.
Are you confused, Peter? No? Okay.
So it's basically replacing calories that come from drinks and sugars and non-nutrient dense foods with things that are nutrient dense, like what we talked about, the proteins, the vegetables, the carbs, the fruits, the veggies. Did I say veggies? I said veggies. Yeah. Yes. Does that?
I have a question.
Yes.
What happens if I go on a walk every day, but I only eat bread and cake? Can I do that? Can I work out all day long, but only eat bread and cake and McDonald's?
So, going back again, like I said, to those 3 pillars. So the carbs, the fats, and the proteins. Cake, bread, those are all carbohydrates which break down in your body as sugar. Same thing with candy, same thing with soda. It's all the same exact thing. It's just in a different form. And yes, carbohydrates give you energy, but they're not building anything in your body. So going back to the sponge example, that's like the sponge. You're just weighing up and down, but there's no changes happening. The change happens in your body when you build muscle, because let's say you put mussels on a sponge, it's going to look a little bit different, right? Like it's going to have a different shape. You know what I'm talking about? Like the rectangular sponge versus like the curvy sponges. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So think about building muscle as like a curvy sponge. Like it gives it shape and structure versus just a rectangular sponge that has no sort of structure. So eating foods like cake and bread and soda and candy, these are breaking down in our body as sugar. And that sugar is going to be used right away for energy. And if it's not used right away for energy, then it's stored as fat. So if you eat a whole cake and then lay down in bed and you don't do any movement, then your body doesn't need that sugar to use for energy. You just store it in your body as fat. And that's where like over time it begins to build up, and like year after year after year, you're like seeing the number on the scale go up. And it's because you're consuming more foods that aren't structurally changing your body than you are using the energy that those foods are giving you. Does that make sense? Yeah?
I have a question.
Yeah.
When is the best time, like when do you recommend the best time to move is? Like say they eat breakfast, we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Should we go on a walk before we eat? Should we walk after? What are some like little small things we can do to kind of like get us started after or before we eat?
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily matter what time of the day you move. It's going to be just dependent on what's going to be best for you and what you can incorporate into your routine the best. Because at the end of the day, like we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and your body isn't like, oh, if I move between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., I'm going to burn more fat than if I move between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. It's like, it's the same exact 24 hours. So whatever you're able to incorporate into your routine that's actually going to allow you to continue to do this movement day after day, week after week, is going to be what works best for you. So maybe you have more energy in the morning, then I would say walk in the morning. Or maybe you have a bunch of energy right before you go to bed at night, then that's the best time to do it. So there's no really like one's better than the other. It's what works best for you, for your body, and for your routine and lifestyle. Yeah.
And how many hours do we need to walk today?
How many hours a day do you walk now?
Around 30 minutes.
So more than that. Yeah, I would say more than that. So maybe start with a 30-minute in the morning, 30-minute at night, or 40 minutes, and kind of just increase it as your body starts to adjust. Like if it feels like a push, that's good. And then once that push starts to feel not really a push anymore, then that's when you know you should increase it. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a question. I have a burn in my knee, so I'm not sure if I still can exercise, or if there is a low impact exercise I can do or something like that.
Yeah. You said you have a what in your knee?
Screw.
Oh, a screw. Okay. Is it painful to walk?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you notice that it like is more painful like when it rains, when you wake up in the morning?
Oh, when I wake up in the morning.
When you wake up in the morning. So probably you just need to warm your body temperature up and get the fluid moving for it to start to feel better before you do movement. But low impact movements, like we had said, swimming is a really, really good option because you're not putting any pressure on your knee. You're just kind of moving throughout the water, and you're still getting the cardiovascular benefits from swimming, just without the impact of having to step on your knee, or well, step and put pressure on your knee. Yeah. But I would say do things that don't make it worse. If you feel like it's getting worse, then pull back, but push it until you feel, yeah. You're welcome. Who else?
Carlos, do you have any questions about losing weight, about anything like that? Loretta, do you have questions today, Loretta?
It's exercise because
Sorry. What?
in the gym, I go to the gym to do weightlifting and run on the, what do you call it?
The elliptical?
Yeah, and that. But the only exercise I can do good is walking right now because I have a hernia. And I have to be careful. I can't do sit-ups.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Do you do anything now, like any walking now?
Yeah, I do walking, but it's just like pure.
So if you go to the gym, have you used the elliptical in the past?
No.
Oh, it's good. That's what I always do.
It does work good. Would you be open to trying it?
What is it?
What is it? It's basically like walking without the impact, I guess. It's like walking on air. Yeah, it's actually great also too for a lower impact because it's not like a hard surface that you're stepping on. It's kind of just like stepping in the air. I guess that's the best way to explain it. But honestly, like incorporating any movement that feels good for you is going to be the best option. I am very for like, even with my clients, if there's an exercise or something that they don't like, I don't give it to them because like, if we want to be healthier, why are we doing things that we don't like? That's not going to like mentally feed us well, you know? So I would say do anything that feels good, and you don't know if you can do something until you try it. And if you fail, then it's okay. It's not for you, then you know.
Is there something that, oh, go there? Go ahead.
So how many soda do you recommend us to drink?
None. If it's diet soda, like 2.
At most.
At most, yeah.
Not minimum.
At most. 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Something that I've been doing is drinking the sparkling water. You know what that is? Like the LaCroix or the like Pellegrino, like, and they have flavor to them. They sell them in like different flavors and there's no calories. So if you're in the store and you're looking for a drink that's like you want the bubbly feeling, just check the nutrition label on the back of the can or the bottle. And if it says 0 calories, then you're good to go. That's what you're looking for, 0 calorie drinks. Okay? Cool.
Anything else you guys
What
want
else?
to learn?
I have a question. I don't drink soda, and I don't know why I have a lot of weight.
Well, going back to everything we had said, I mean, soda's not the only culprit of weight gain. Cake, candy, chips,
Bread.
processed food, really just any food that comes like in a package it's not bad for you, but like there are better options. So like I was saying, the whole foods that like, if you look at it and you're like, okay, I could have picked this off the ground in the vegetable garden, or like this came from an animal, then like that's going to be the better option as opposed to something that comes in a wrapper that's like been processed, right? Because when you buy foods that are packaged, they originally started out as a whole food and then they went into a factory, they had to get taken apart, put a bunch of ingredients in there, maybe some like science, weird ingredients, some chemistry happened in there for it to then be put into a package. So it's like, let's just forget that and let's just eat the food as like it came, you know? And I get we all have cravings, right? Like my birthday was 2 weeks ago and you saw, I ate cake. Like I messed up that cake for sure. But that's, you know, like that happens 2 to 3 times a year, not like every single night before bed I have a slice of cake. And I used to be that way. Trust me, I used to eat ice cream and cake and candy like every single night before bed. And the thing that's so hard about sugar is that it's literally a drug. So it's like you become addicted to sugar. The more that you eat the sugar, the more that you drink the soda, the more that you crave it. Because you go through like sugar withdrawals because your body is like, I'm craving this thing. So that's why you go for that next soda or for that routine of having the slice of cake before bed or the cupcakes or whatever it may be. So it's hard to break that routine. And I know, like, I was a chronic sugar eater every day at 3 p.m. I'd have to have chocolate or something. And it's really hard to stop. But once you do it one day, then you can do it the next day, and then you can do it the next day and the next day. It's literally just like being addicted to a drug. Like